Game Demo.
All right, folks, it's time for your daily demo, and today we've got some baseball coming your way with MLB 2K11. I've got Sean Bailey, designer on the game, here to tell us about it. Sean, what's new with 2K11?
Well, this year we just wanted to build on the realism and the fun factor. You'll notice that fielding took a huge improvement, huge upgrade as far as player likeness goes. We want these players to feel like themselves.
Right.
We want the gamer to ultimately control their own destiny in the game, but fighting through these player ratings or working them to your advantage is something that we really need to come to the surface. So for example, in the field, you'll really know when you have a shortstop who's a Gold Glove candidate, and we accomplish that through various animations. You know, his throw meter. You notice the throw meter is new this year. That really reflects the ratings. So the player likeness in the field and the gameplay, thousands of animations added per situation and ratings tier, really allowed the game to feel more like a sim.
All right.
While putting more in the gamer's hands at the same time.
All right, cool. Well, we've actually got a visual aid here in the form of the game itself. So why don't we go ahead and show you guys some gameplay. Sean, looks like you've got Roy Halladay on the mound here. Tell us about some of the visual overhauls to the game this year.
Well, notice Halladay here. We had to improve our player models. We have a greater variety that spans all player types. You know, there's very skinnier guys like Juan Pierre, Coco Crisp, and then we have bigger guys like Prince Fielder in real life. And these extreme differences in player models really had to come across in the video game, Major League Baseball 2K11. So first we redid our player models to look more realistic and to fit the appropriate player. Then even the little things like the spacing of the numbers, the sewn-on names on the jersey, the lighting. We had to improve the lighting. The lighting took a big upgrade. It all comes together just to create a more realistic experience in the park. You'll notice that when pitching, it's not always the same camera view for every team. Each team, the camera view when you're pitching, that syncs up to the camera view that local team uses for their home broadcast.
Oh, interesting.
So we're in Philadelphia right now, and you know the Phillies, it's somewhat zoomed in on the pitcher, a little bit to the right. But you know, there's a place like Texas Rangers, it's dead center, it's raised up, it's panned out. So we want the home fans to appreciate, you know, the experience that they have with their favorite team. It's just little things like that. But as far as other visuals, you know, it's this pitcher. Roy Halladay just struck him out. He's feeling good. He's letting the fielders know, let's get after this today.
Yeah.
And you'll notice the pitcher walk around the mound, showing the emotion, kind of wearing the momentum of the game on his sleeve, so to speak. And that kind of gives you a good indication of how things are going for that pitcher.
All right, so tell us about the process of actually pitching in the game. Is this, you know, if I played last year's version of the game, am I just going to be able to pick this up right away? Or have you guys made some pretty, you know, major changes to the control system?
So as you guys know, it's a right stick based pitching system. You're pointing in the first direction, so it's cut fastball. I'm going to point up, and then when the meter's almost full, I'm going to swing around so it looks like 9 o'clock. And it's all in your hands. That's the same concept of having, there we go, struck him out looking.
Nice.
Halladay's the man there, he's making me look good. But the accuracy of your gesture on the right stick, that's the equivalent to a pitcher having control or command on the mound in real life.
Okay.
So you want to be accurate with the right stick, fill that meter. That meter can represent the velocity of the pitch or the break on a breaking ball. And you also want to know your opponent. There's a inside edge helps us drive the AI as far as the weaknesses and strengths of the batters. So we show you those red and blue zones. And it's really just about trying to have that control on the mound. It's not just an aim and throw it exactly where you want every time type of game. You have to kind of go through the same challenges a pitcher feels when, you know, he's losing control of a certain pitch. You know, throwing a strike is not a guarantee in real life, and so we don't make it a guarantee in our game. You're going to walk people. That's just baseball. But it's a fun battle on the mound and at the plate. And it's all in your hands. It's all on the right stick. So it's we had to do a lot of little things to kind of build on that experience, the battle at the plate. We reshot all of our swings. All the contact swings have been reshot for a more smoother look, a more natural look of the batter leaving the box. And you'll notice that when the ball is hit, we hang back with the hitter. So Polanco just grounded out. You know, we want you to see it how the batter would see it.
Right.
And with that being said, that means that a home run that lands in row 2 may look similar off the bat as a warning track shot that gets caught for a fly ball. So, you know, we remove presentation tells. We don't want to give away what happens. And it adds a lot of fun factor to the game.
Now, while we're looking at the game here, you mentioned that in terms of defense, you're actually going to be able to tell when you're controlling a Gold Glove caliber fielder. What sort of differences are we going to see out on the field?
You'll notice that even the simple things, like a fly ball being hit to right field, if that right fielder has a great glove, good range, you'll notice that the landing spot shadow is very small, and the actual landing spot, a yellow circle, shows up immediately.
Okay.
If a fielder is more known for his bat, he's a borderline, DH type of guy, maybe shouldn't be in the field, you'll notice that initial landing spot shadow is enormous, and the actual spot shows up many seconds later. Or not many seconds later, but it's more delayed compared to the good fielder.
Right.
And while that might not make you drop routine fly balls, it actually won't. You won't be dropping more. There's this feeling of suspense, like where's it going to go? Is he going to get to it? Where's it going to be? And that's kind of what happens with these fielders in real life that aren't natural fielders.
Right.
So that's just on the fly ball side, something subtle that brought out the ratings. The throw meter is another way. Guys with big arms, the green zone is enormous. And if you miss that green zone and push it into the red on the throw meter, like right there, Jimmy Rollins, you saw the meter for a second. He's a great fielder, huge green zone, and if I push it into the red with Jimmy Rollins, it might barely pull the first baseman off the bag. Whereas a guy that's not known for his glove or arm, his meter will be very small, and putting it in the red could mean you airmail it over the first baseman's head into the dugout. So it really comes down to your control in combination with the player's ratings. The ratings don't drive everything.
Right.
Your twitch on the sticks or buttons doesn't drive everything. It's kind of a combination between the two. Which, it's satisfying because you see yourself and you feel yourself getting better at the game, while at the same time the player likeness remains true through the experience.
Okay.
So that's something that we were proud of accomplishing. The fielding really needed a game within a game.
Right.
Roy Halladay, when he came in, he made sure to mention that pitching a no-hitter, a perfect game, has much to do with the guys behind you in the field as anything else. The pitcher can only do so much. He can just throw it to where the catcher asks him to throw it or where he thinks there's a weakness. But after that, it's the guys behind the pitcher that really need to step it up and take over. And so we really needed to pull that out in Major League Baseball 2K11 to have the complete experience on defense.
Well, Sean, I appreciate you coming by and showing us a little MLB 2K11. Before I let you go, can you finish this off by letting us know when the game is going to be available in stores?
The game comes out March 8th.
All right, cool. So there you guys have it, MLB 2K11 right around the corner. Now on with the rest of the show.